Hello lovelies, welcome to the channel. So I have a long awaited Project Life process video for you today. Yep, week 12. I'm that far behind, I really am. And I'm determined to get this done. I'm determined to catch up this year, and I know we're in August and I've only done up to March or whatever. But I think I need to maybe just have an entire weekend where I just print out a bunch of photos, Project Life the crap out of them, and not worry so much about the filming, and just have a massive scrap session and just get it done. I really, really want to finish an album, and it's going to be really bad when I tell you this, but I don't think I've finished an album since 2013. Yes, it's that bad. My 2014, 2015 albums aren't actually that bad. 2014, I think I stopped at about September, October, when my mum went into hospital and things got really crazy around then. And haven't been able to bring myself to finish that album yet. And then 2015, I can't actually remember. I'm going to have to check on this and give you all an update. 2015, 2016, and 2017. Wow, why do I start Project Life? I never finish it. But I love the process. Well, not so much the process. I love the idea of it. Well, I do love the process, but as you can see, I fail miserably at it. But I love the process, not the process. I love the idea behind Project Life. I love the fact that I have somewhere where my massive amount of photos are going to be other than on a computer. I really do like the fact that our life in the year is in an album somewhere, so you can actually flick through and have a look at all the cool stuff we've done. Getting it finished seems to be the issue I have, so I think I really need to get onto that. I saw this thing a couple months ago, and it was a really good idea that to finish all old albums, say in January or February, March, whatever month you're in, you do all of those months. So you get this year's done, and then you go back. So, okay, say it's August. So do this month's, but then in the past albums, you go and finish all the August spreads that you haven't finished. So therefore, every month you're working on all your old albums and hopefully getting it done. And I thought that seems very achievable. So come January, you do your first spread, and then you go back and you do whatever albums don't have January done. And that idea, appealed to me. No, I didn't do it, but I really do need to get onto that, because I really want to finish these. I really want to get my albums finished and not be so far behind. So now that I finished blabbing about how bad I am at Project Life, let's get into the video. So I had a few spaces for filler cards and journaling cards on this layout. And this, on the left-hand side here, so I'm using an old Kitaholics kit. It's not that old. I think it's from June. Yes, June. I still haven't finished it yet. I haven't even opened July's, and July's is an awesome kit, but I don't want to get into that until I use up more of June. And you know how much I love to use my kits for my Project Life process videos. I love the fact that everything coordinates and I don't have to go through my stash looking for things, because that's not going to happen, and therefore I'm not going to use except what's on my desk, and then I feel things get very repetitive. So I like to use kits because there's a multitude of things that I can use. They all coordinate, but there's all different embellishments that I can use. So it doesn't look like every layout's the same. So that's why I like to keep kits, especially for my Project Life, for that reason. So in one of the little kits that we had, there was this little library card type thing, and it was perfect for this layout because our library had a teddy bear sleepover. So it was story time. You dress in your pajamas, you go to story time, and then you leave your teddy there and they have a sleepover in the library overnight. And Cooper had a great time with that. We went and we listened to some stories, and Thomas stayed the night with all the other teddies, and then we went back the next day and picked him up, and they gave us a whole bunch of photos of all the teddies getting up to mischief. The only reason I don't have one of those photos in the album is because they're on a USB that I gave my sister, so I really need to get that back so I can put one of those photos in here. But yeah, and the library card was just perfect for that journaling. So I found that was pretty cool. So I just did some journaling on that, made a quick filler card out of some of the ephemera pieces, And yeah, nothing too, I can't remember what I did while I was blabbing to you about how bad I am at Project Life. But you know how much I love to do my little clusters in my photos and how I like to journal on strips of cardstock and adhere them straight to my photos. This would have to be my favourite filler card I have ever made. So I liked the Hip Hip Hooray, but not so much the camera. I wanted a journaling card, not a filler card. So I went and got one of my old Project Life grid cards, chopped the Hip Hip Hooray off, and then attached it to the top of the journaling card. So I'm making my own journaling card. I'm Frankensteining a card. I've rounded the corners, and then I wanted something to cover up that seam. So I'm going into the washi tape booklet, and I'm going to use some washi and yeah, make a little banner. And I love the way it turned out. I really need to do things like this more often, something more creative than just sticking and plonking. I love the way this card turned out, and it's probably the most creative I've ever gotten on a Project Life card. But I'm having fun doing more things with my filler cards and not just, and my journaling cards, and not just writing. And yeah, so I really like this card. And then I'm just getting one of my small talk stickers. And yeah, and I love the way it turned out. I'm going to add my journaling. So this is just about Cooper getting some awards in assembly. And yeah, that's that photo to the left. So sometimes when I have a photo and I have a space for a journaling card, I'll use the journaling card for that photo. I don't tend to journal about my entire week. I tend to journal about individual photos. So this photo that I'm working on now up the top, I'm going to put my journaling straight on my photo. So this is a picture of my husband and my youngest son, Will, watching Will's soccer game. So my husband works 3 Saturdays out of the month, and Will happens to play soccer on Saturdays. So most of the time, Daddy misses out. And so what we do is I record because they're both soccer nuts, so I record Will's soccer games, and when Daddy gets home at around lunchtime, they sit down and they watch it together. So Daddy never misses a game this way, and that's what I love about my husband. He works his butt off, but yet still finds time to sit down and cheer on the soccer game, even though he's watching it 3 hours later. And Will absolutely adores this. He loves to sit down and watch his soccer game with his dad. And so this is something I wanted to document, how, even though Daddy works, he never misses a game. And yeah, it's a very dark photo, and it was really hard to get them both in, but I know what they were doing, and yeah, I just wanted to add my journaling to my page, to my photo, and I use my strips of cardstock in my journaling just like that. So the next photo I'm working on, this is a picture of my desk at the time. As you can see, it's a bomb site. I'm art journaling, and yes, so this is just another sticker. It says follow your heart, and I've just journaled on a piece of cardstock and said my happy, and yeah, kept it nice and simple. Every now and then I like to throw random things like that in my Project Life, random things that show our everyday life. And this is a very big part of my everyday life, so I thought that would go in quite fittingly. So on my last few photos, I'm just adding my journaling in a number of ways. I'm using some labels, like this photo here, and then just journaling straight on the bottom. I like to leave some negative space in my photos specifically for my journaling. And then on my other one, again, cutting up some strips of cardstock to add my journaling straight to. And yes, I add them straight to my photos. I'm not too worried about the whole acid-free thing. I've got digital copies of everything. It's more, the pretty process. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Finally have a Project Life video for you. Yay! And I'll be back real soon with more. Bye for now.